So we're in campus, and I'm just walking from my hostel to class. Yeah. So you're just on the way, and then this guy comes. Eish, na unakaa mrembo. So I was like, what? I know, yeah,
That
I know.
was rude.
Like,
why do you guys ask that ulipata wapi namba yangu? I already have your number, maybe. Is it important to know where you? Because most gents are afraid to say, hii number nilitoa kwa nani. Because ukisema nilitoa kwa nani, you know what will happen. She'll go and face her. Unapeana namba yangu namna gani? So maybe I would ask, we are afraid to say, hii number nimepata kwa mtu fulani.
Exactly.
What would I say?
Confidence is romantic.
Confidence is romantic. I think you should know that.
Ukiniona, and then you find like I'm kind of attractive. Mbona usikuje tu? Mbona usinitafute tu personally, ukuje uniambie plus uniombe my number.
Hi there, this is Kazungu Duncan. Welcome to another episode of Ero Talks Show. And today I have a co-host. I would like her to introduce herself.
Hello guys, this is your girl Wine Jester, and welcome back to Ero Talks Show.
Okay, I want to pose a question to you. Are you dating? If you're dating, please let us know down in the comments below. And if you're dating, for example, you are a woman, how did your man approach you? And if you're a man, how did you approach your lady? We would like to know that. Please drop us a comment, and we'll be getting back to you in a few. Now, I know it is hard to approach a woman, especially for the first time. And in our today's dialogue, we'll be looking at the do's and don'ts when approaching a lady for the first time. I hope that this conversation is going to be so nice to you. And if you find value at any given point, please remember to like this video. Now, Wine Jester, I know we have different situations, we have different circumstances where we are approached. I know we have real-time or real-life examples that we have been approached or we have approached, and that is what I want us to discuss in our today's conversation. Maybe to kick us started, would you give us an example maybe of a man who approached you, what happened? Maybe for us to start, then I'll be giving mine after you do that.
Wow, well, what an interesting topic for today.
Yeah.
Well, okay, actually, because we're talking about the do's and don'ts when you are approaching a lady for the first time, I guess I'm going to even talk about some of those who approached, but I had to decline because of how they approached me for the first time. Guys, first impression, very important.
Matters.
Yeah, very, very, very important. When you're dating, when you're approaching a lady for the first time, your first impression. So me, there's this guy who gets me at the restaurant. I'm a lawyer, so I am foodies. So I take myself to the restaurant because I'm hungry. So I want to go to the restaurant and have a meal. So I get there, order my meal, and then, yeah, so obviously if we're alone, we are tempted to scroll on our phones. Yeah. So as you're waiting for the meal, you're having your phone. So you have to get to social media. Yeah, so a guy walks in the restaurant. I don't know this guy. He doesn't know me either. So he sits on a different table. And then the next thing is the waiter coming with a note, and this note has a phone number. So the waiter tells me, in fact, he points at the guy who has sent him with that note. So I'm like, what the hell? It's kind of disrespect. Like, I just felt irritated. So I tell the waiter to return the note because I'm not interested. I don't even want to know. Like, I just didn't want to be interested. So I told the waiter to take back the note. So I take my meal, I start eating my meal, and then almost finishing my meal, the waiter comes back. And he tells me that my bill has been catered for. Are you seeing the way you're laughing? That is exactly what I did. Yeah, like you laugh sarcastically. Like,
Okay.
yeah, like who told you I want my bill to be paid? Why are you even paying my bills without my consent? It's annoying. It's annoying. So what I do, I just walk out of the restaurant without even finishing my meal. I take my bag and leave. So I don't even greet that guy. He tries to stop me, but mimi ni nani? I just walk out of the restaurant. And then I don't ever come back to that restaurant again. So that is the end of it.
My question would be, did you notice any interest? Was he stealing any glances at you maybe when you're eating?
No, when I came into the restaurant, when I entered the restaurant, I ordered my meal and then I had my phone. So I was concentrating on my phone. Okay. So when the waiter comes with a note is when now I start like, which guy? And then, so he steals glances, yes, but that was disrespectful. If you're a man, just gain that confidence. Ukuje, you introduce yourself, unisalimie, and then like that. Lakini unanitumia waiter, how?
Do you think the man was not confident enough to
He wasn't.
face you?
He wasn't.
Okay.
And that alone pisses ladies off.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I would also give my situation. It might be a little bit different. It is during campus time. So I'm in a class and I see a lady and I like her at the first spot. But then what I did is I did not approach her that day because that was the first day I had seen her, and something inside myself told me, I think I like this girl. But remember, I don't approach her. Then there comes a day when I was going for my supper and I meet her with her friends. And some of the friends, I know them. So just look at her and I got interested to really know what this girl is. So there's a day I was walking to class. I was leaving from main campus to Chiromo campus. It's a good distance, maybe a 5-minute walk. So I meet this girl, she's alone, she's walking to the class. And the first thing I did, I was like, hey, my name is Dan and I saw you in a class. I liked how you're looking like or something like that. And I was like, would you mind if I can walk with you to class? And she said, no, I don't mind, but which class are you going to attend? And I told her I'm going to attend mathematics class. And she was like, I'm also going for the same class. So you find that we were heading the same place. So I got the chance to walk with her. We sat next to each other. Then during class, just normal class, I didn't interrupt her. Then after the class, we walked back to our hostels. Then before we could go to our respective places, I told her, you know, I might not have the chance to speak to you maybe at the moment. Maybe you have something you want to do. Would you mind if I can get your phone number? Then we can talk when you're free. And the lady gave me the number. And from there, the rest is history. Wow. So that would be my my instance.
No, but at least you approached her.
Yes.
You introduced yourself. You greeted her. You are kind of a gentleman.
Thank you. I'm always a gentleman. So you heard that in a restaurant and you are pissed off. Is there any moment maybe someone approached you and you are like, I think like this man?
In campus?
Maybe in campus, maybe not in campus. Because the first one was a disappointment.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have any other disappointment
I have
or
many disappointments, very many disappointments because I am choosy.
But choosy.
Yes. So we are in campus, yeah, like your scenario, but now this one didn't act in a gentle way. Okay. Yeah. So we're in campus and I'm just walking from my hostel to class. Yeah. So you're just on the way and then this guy comes. Eish, na unakaa mrembo. So I was like, What? I know.
You
I
know.
know. I know. Yeah,
That
I
was
know.
rude.
Like, mimi natembea in the classroom.
Eh.
From nowhere, hey, excuse, unakaa mrembo. So what?
You already know you're beautiful.
Yeah. Like, I just normally find it irritating. Before you even approach somebody, a lady, in this scenario, at least be able to know the mood of this lady, kwanza. Yes. Sometimes you can approach a lady who is maybe just from a heartbreak.
Okay.
Yes. And then unaingia pale na, we ni mrembo, unaweza kuwa demu wangu. Like, what the hell? Yeah, so very many disappointments. And then me with the first approach, the first impression will determine whether I'll even listen to you next time or not. Okay. So the moment unaijaribu mara ya kwanza, with me it's done.
It's done.
Yes.
Okay, maybe I should give one that I felt like I failed. I don't know if it has ever happened to you. So I saw a girl and I couldn't imagine myself approaching her. And okay, I want to say I was a bit nervous. Then I told a friend of mine, hey, no, mrembo, I think I like her. But I may not be in a position to approach her at the moment. And the guy was like, she's a friend of mine. In fact, I have a contact. And I was like, would you give me her contact? Maybe I would gain, sometimes we have confidence when you're on the keyboard.
Yeah, when you're not facing that.
When you're not facing that girl, you have that confidence. So, and he gave me the number. And so I waited, and in the evening I texted her, hey, naweza kukujua? And the lady was like, unaweza nijua from where did you get my number? And I was like, I got it from a friend of mine who is a friend of yours. I don't know.
You're lucky she replied.
And that was, after I told her that was the end of it. And I was like, what wrong did I do? Maybe you could tell me, what wrong did I do? Because for me, I felt like if I said, I borrowed this from your friend, you don't need to ask me maybe another question. And maybe you would say, my name is Wanjista, how about you? Or does it work that way? Because for me, I silenced Vivian, and that was it. Okay,
like let me ask, for how long had you known this lady?
Not long. I said I just saw her and I was
You
like,
just saw her?
Yeah.
And then ukaingia WhatsApp.
Yes.
Hi there, naweza kujua. Kind of that way.
Yeah.
You're even lucky she replied. With me, I'll just blue tick and then block you.
Okay. So what would be?
No, like for me, like be at least formal. Yes. If you want to use, okay, with me, okay. I don't know, some of us ladies, we have a problem. Yeah. So if you are talking to me, if you want to text me online, use a formal language. Yes. If it's hi, then introduce yourself, who you are, and then maybe if you want to know me, at least give me something kidogo why you want us to know each other. Yeah, but first introduce yourself in a formal way. Because the moment unakuja hi, naweza kujua, and I'm like, unataka kunijua why? In fact, who are you? I didn't even have your number. Unani text to new number, naweza kujua. Of course not. Usinijue.
Maybe. And why do you guys ask that ulipata wapi namba yangu? I already have your number, maybe. Is it important to know where you? Because most of us are afraid. If I'm saying it's not true, you can let me know. But most gents are afraid to say, hii number nilitoa kwa nani. Because ukisema nilitoa kwa nani, you know what will happen. She'll go and face her. Unapeana namba yangu namna gani? So maybe I would ask. We are afraid to say, hii number nimepata kwa mtu fulani.
Exactly.
What would I say?
Confidence is romantic.
Confidence is romantic. I think you should not.
Ukiniona, and then you find like I'm kind of attractive. Mbona usikuje tu? Mbona usinitafute tu personally, ukuje uniambie plus uniombe my number.
Honestly, some of you ladies are more beautiful and we fear to
that
Approach.
fear. That fear. Now, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you just gain that confidence, you're saying most ladies are beautiful and approaching them unaogopa. So you fear rejection, right?
Yes, but by the way, most men, I don't know, okay, personally, I hate rejection. I don't know about you. So facing a lady and her turning you down sometimes is demoralizing.
Rejection is part of life.
Okay, it is.
Yeah, but me, I feel the moment you approach a lady, that confidence alone inakupatia mark place fulani. Yeah, because if you want my number, kuja tu chukue kwangu. Kama huwezi nipata, umechukua kwa rafiki yangu, ni sawa, but at least let me know.
Okay.
Yes.
So should I mention that nilipata hii number kwa mtu fulani?
If I ask.
If you ask.
Yeah. But just your first text, just greet me, introduce yourself, and then ask if you want to see me and why. So after there, ndio mimi nitakuuliza, you are Duncan, yes, but ulinijua aje ama how did you get my number? Yeah.
All right. And maybe, okay, we've talked of restaurant, we've talked of on the roadway, we've talked of online. Assuming, I don't know if this has ever happened to you. For example, you are in your workplace, you are a professional, right? And you are in a workplace. I want to talk to you, but I don't know how to. Then, for example, I come and pick your stapler, and when I return, I say that, oh, you know, I wanted to have this stapler, but you are not there.
That's
Maybe
stealing.
I took that stapler
That's
to start a conversation.
It's stealing. Why did you steal my stapler?
It's not stealing.
It's stealing.
Okay, my intention is, let me know, my intention is I want to talk to you, but I'm unable to. So
why steal?
Okay, what should I do then?
Okay. At a workplace, I have my things in order. Maybe I'm not there. And then you come to my department and then you take even, let's say, a novel of mine. You're going to read. So when you see me coming back to the department, you come with a novel and then, hey, here's your novel. Sorry, I took it without your permission. Kitu kaa hiyo. Ndio unasema, hey, that's stealing. Like, okay, at a workplace, if you find a lady attractive, maybe I feel, try to know her first. And then try to get close to her. Not necessarily going direct to the point, but just try create a rapport. You could wake up in the morning, mkigongana. In fact, guys, you are good at this. You will know when a lady ana time gani huwa anaingia. Hata utakaa tu kwa window ukichungulia time anakuja. Wacha tu akuje, enda pale ni kama uoni, knock each other, books zake zianguke, you pick up her books, zile vitu za movies, right? Yeah, but just try get close to her. It doesn't matter in what way, but try to create a rapport first.
Right.
Yeah. Normally it works better if you create a rapport with someone and then now you get to talk, and then you can ask her out and then finally you pose the question. But hii ya kuiba hii, you could be
Okay, let's call it kuiba in some way.
If you take my book, my stapler without my permission, that's stealing.
Okay, a good thief anyway. So let's assume this good thief took your stapler because he's nervous, he cannot talk to you, okay? And then you realize that this guy is a good guy and you can vibe. Would you think that maybe unaweza mpea a chance?
Yeah, zingine work out hivyo.
Okay.
Yeah, but that is after 2, 3, 4, 5 encounters. Yeah. Si ati tu hiyo time akikuletea stapler na.
Okay, that would be maybe a start of a conversation, which would maybe grow into something.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, assume we are in a conference. By the way, there's this story that a friend of mine was telling me. They were in a conference. It is a church. The conference, watu wanakuja pamoja, and seminars. So one guy noticed a lady and akawa interested. But then alikuwa ameogopa to face this lady. And he was like, when they finished the conference, he was like, he wanted to talk to this lady, but he couldn't get the confidence to approach the lady.
Why?
So, I don't know, it's just fear, maybe. And so this guy akawa anamfuata tu nyuma, so anaenda. So wakifika mwisho anataka kupanda gari, ndio anasema, hey, by the way, ninaweza kujua like sasa msichana ndio anataka kupanda gari aende. Hiyo time ndio anamuuliza kama wanaweza juana. So I don't know, maybe if you are in a conference, you want to approach a lady, I mean, what would you do?
What do you think? Was it right?
It wasn't right because he missed the lady at the end of the day. There was no time because venye walitembea all through, I think he could use that time kumuongelesha. Na amwambie kwa mfano nilikuona, I got interested in you, would we know each other, something like that. But he was unable to do that because of fear. So I don't know if you are in a conference, you do attend conferences and seminars. Okay, I don't know if you have ever been approached, but if it ever happens that you are approached, how would you want a man to approach you?
In a seminar?
Yes.
Okay. Let me use a scenario of a church seminar. Church. No, let me use...
Sema tu kwa mfano mmeenda seminar ya kuchanganua lugha. Yeah.
Okay, for me, tumeenda seminars, ndio. Let's say it's how many days?
3 days.
For 3 days? Wow, 3 days is good. So day 1, kuna time ya introduction. Mkienda seminar, kuna time mtagather pamoja and then you do a bit of introduction. That's cool. So if you are a guy, you are single, you want to mingle, hapo kwa introduction, make sure ushike jina yangu. Okay. Yes. So that after your introduction, maybe day 2, tuko na hiyo meeting, unaweza kuja useme, hi Wainjester.
Okay.
My name is Duncan. Can I sit next to you?
Yes.
Of course. Unakumbuka jina yangu? Guy, Katie. Yeah, that is a plus. Yeah. Okay. So you imagine, tumeenda conference, day 1, we did introductions, and then day 2, unakuja kuniuliza, what's your name? Like, jana ukwa? Yeah. So if you are interested in a lady and there is some introductions, at least take note of the name. Okay. Yeah. And then when you're getting to approach that lady at your own time, msalimie, introduce, and then remember to make her know that you still remember her name. Okay. Yes.
All right. So that would maybe give you a bonus. I don't know. So we should know names, but the names really matter a lot.
Yeah, it's good. Hata ukinot dem flani, try to know her name. Ulizia tu jina yake, yeah. Because the moment you'll call me, hi Wainjester, I'll be interested. Like, I'll be curious. Okay. How did you know my name?
All right. So that conversation would be easier if I know your name, rather than just coming, hi, would I know your name? Yeah. So we should do some digging before maybe we approach the lady. Yes. I think that's a good approach, gents. We are taking notes. We are taking notes. Okay, you've mentioned something of kwa mfano, hey, Wainjester, can I sit next to you?
Yeah.
In a restaurant, you might realize that some of us, I think that is wrong. A man comes and anakuja tu na anakaa, hey, niaje uko fiti? Is that in order? Can I just come and sit, or should I ask if you...
It's not in order. Nimeenda kwa restaurant, mimi nimekaa kwa table, maybe niitisha my meal, but nimekaa kwa hii table, sindio? So that's my space. Yes. Yeah, so if you want to use my space with me, okay, you ask for permission and in a polite way.
All right.
Yeah. So ukipata nimekaa in a restaurant kwa table yangu, just come, tell me your name. At least, hata nikikaa na wewe, sikai na stranger. Yeah. So at least come, hi, I'm Duncan. Would you mind if I could just share a table with you? That's kind of polite. But ukikuja tu na unasongeza table kiti, unaketi.
Okay, you've mentioned something that, hi Duncan, hi Wainjester, can I sit here? Now, if you said no, for example, there are some of us, nimekutext, hey, baby ni Kazungu, ningependa tujuana, and then unaniambia no, or nimekuapproach in an office space, and then you tell me no. Kwa restaurant umeniambia ninaomba niketi hapa na unasema azi hapa uketi.
Yeah.
Should I insist? Should I persist asking, or what should I do?
No, you shouldn't. Maybe I'm waiting for someone.
At the
So yeah, and then, or maybe I just want to be alone. I don't want company. Yeah, so the moment you ask and I tell you, no, I'm okay, at least just move to another table.
Okay, maybe you told me no that day. The other day if I come, should I avoid you, or should I say, do you remember me?
Why should you avoid me?
Okay, maybe at that moment you are not able to sit with me, but if I approach you on a different day, I can still come and talk to you.
You still ask.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I wanted to know.
I will still not be comfortable and tell you no.
Okay.
Yes.
So I wanted that to be clear, because some of us, when we approach ladies, they tell us no, we tend to persist. We tend to insist that I need to sit here, that I need to talk to you, that I need to be your friend. But sometimes you realize that this lady is not into you. So I feel as a man, if the lady said no, then take that no for no. Don't think that
you... Then just move.
Just move.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that covers a lot. Maybe somebody's taking notes. I don't know what you're getting from this video. You can let us know what you're getting from this video by dropping us a comment, and we'll be so happy to, reply to your comment. And maybe if you need us to add something, maybe there's something we've forgotten, you can also let us know so that we can add in that. Now, generally, now let's talk of general stuff. You are a lady,
yeah,
and men do approach you. Some approach you in a right way, some approach you in a wrong way.
Yeah.
As a lady, what would you want? What are the do's you want these gents to do when they're approaching you for the first time, generally?
Exactly. When you're approaching a lady, when you're planning on approaching a lady for the first time,
yes,
I think try to know maybe the likes of this lady and the dislikes. Because for me, a well-dressed guy, that is just too attractive for me. Yeah. So the moment you are just dressed properly and then you want to approach me, that is a plus one. Okay. Yeah. So number one is just that, be presentable. Yeah. And then when you're approaching a lady, gain the confidence. Yeah, before you get to that lady, unajua kuna watu wanafika kwa msichana and then they're like, hata tulikuwa nataka kumwambia imepotea. Yeah, just have confidence. So if you are presentable, smartly dressed, and then you have that confidence, and when you come to me, first introduce yourself, then you greet, then maybe go ahead to ask if I'm okay telling you who I am. Yeah, that is at least in order.
All right. So those are the do's that gents should do when you're approaching
just
a lady.
Be polite. And by the way, if you're approaching a lady, you should be okay with the feedback you'll get. Yeah. She could accept or she could decline. It's still okay. If she declines, just be okay with it. Si lazima ukimapproach, it's not a must to accept.
Sure.
Yeah, if she declines, be okay with it. If she accepts, be okay with it. Yeah.
Then the other thing I would want us not to do as gents is using pickup lines. I don't know if you ever used pickup lines. Sometimes when you use pickup lines, unafika mahali, the content inaisha. Yeah. So for me, I would say don't use pickup lines, because that means you've just crammed something. Umecram something, alafu unakuja unaambia dem, hey, by the way, na umesoma, kwa mfano ulisoma kwa novel, ama online, ama ulisikia kwa TikTok, kwa movie, unakuja unamwambia. But you realize if you are not prepared psychologically, when unamwambia tu hiyo, imeisha hiyo. So for me, I would say let's avoid pickup lines, because pickup lines will make us to lose this lady. She'll just know you crammed this. Maybe she watched that video. Maybe she read that book. and that pickup line was
ama uanze kuisema umeanza hivi na the lady anaimalizisha.
So
that's so embarrassing.
Ashajua. And then there's the other thing, stereotyping. So kwa mfano nimeapproach them, unajua sisi kwa Wakenya tunajua tu venye una approach them, venye atakuongelesha unajua kama huyu ni Mluya, unajua huyu ni Mkamba, huyu ni Mkisii. So ukisikia soprano mingi unasema huyu ni Mkisii. So unaanza ku stereotype. So I think do not stereotype. And just the way she said, you also need to expect a decline. Not all the time will these ladies be welcoming. Some of them are rude.
Some guys ukisha decline, it's like now you become an enemy.
Yes, some of them become violent, some of them become abusive because you've just refused.
Lakini mbona?
I don't know. I think they are just made that way.
Or it's a way of dealing with rejection.
Yes, it's one way of dealing with rejection. But you realize when you meet this guy in person, he cannot abuse you. They are doing that especially if it's on the keyboard. But when you meet them physically, I'm telling you now, Kazungu, can you now tell me what you're saying? He'll say, you see, anajuma uma tu.
It happens. It happens.
Has it ever happened to you?
Yes, it happens. There's this guy by the roadside. Yeah. Then this guy says, hey, Sasa. And I'm like, poa, unaitwa? I was like, unaitwa? And then I was coming from my workplace to the house. So let me say I tried to assume. And then this guy was like, kwenda huko hata wewe si mrembo na mnaringa. Guy, it didn't come out well. Yeah.
But that means you're beautiful, because if I'm approaching you, that means you're beautiful. Of course. No, like yana kutusi to just say ati hauko beautiful. That means you're beautiful. I'm just trying to say you're beautiful. Okay? So when alikuambia ati you're not beautiful, he saw that beauty before he approached you. Otherwise, if you are not beautiful, he couldn't have approached you. And this brings us to this, that when you're talking to a lady, note her social cues, her gestures, note them. Because kuna venye tu una approach them, ani gesture inakuonyesha tu them hayuko kwako kabisa, and you are trying to force issues. You need to note these gestures, social cues, and know that this lady is interested. Kwa mfano mimi nikiona msichana, before I approach her, I've already known she's interested in me. So I know when I'm approaching her, it won't fail. But there are some ladies, I work at a social place where I meet different people. The approach this lady gives you already tells you I cannot say what I wanted to say. But there's another lady who will come, maybe she'll greet you, she'll smile at you, and she's like, hey, what else do you offer here? This is a lady I would want to talk to. I know when I talk to her, she already has some interest in me. So for me, I would say, please note these gestures, note these social cues, understand what she communicates socially for you to approach her. If it is negative, it's better you avoid and just, pack your things and leave. and leave. So I think that is it. I don't know if you have a parting shot, but basically that is it, the do's and the don'ts when you're approaching a lady for the first time. Yeah. So maybe, do you have a parting shot?
No, me, I'll just tell the gents, before you approach a lady, kuwa tuna ile confidence. Be prepared for the acceptance or for the rejection, but number one, just have the confidence. And then before you approach her or before you ask her out, try to know the type of lady. Yeah, just find out who she is or the type of lady she is, some of her likes and some of her dislikes. Yeah, that will make work easier for you.
All right, guys, I hope that this was of great help to you. We've shared what we feel should be done if you're approaching a lady for the first time, and we hope that this has been of great value to you. If you found value in this video, please don't forget to like this video, and most importantly, don't forget to subscribe. And not only subscribe, my friend, ring that bell so that you do not miss any other future videos that we post on this video. Otherwise, we hope that we'll see you in our next video.
Bye.
Peace. That has been awesome.
Awesome.